Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. Now it's Tuesday night, and every Tuesday night I jump on with a sketch challenge. And can you believe that I am at sketch challenge number 100? I can't believe it. It's been, well, if I've kind of done one a week, that's 2 years. And I know that there's a period of time I kind of missed some when I lost my access to Facebook. So I've been at this almost 2 years. So I hope you enjoyed the sketch. It's a little bit different for me. I don't usually do diamond kind of shaped cards. Well, it's not a diamond shaped cards, but it's got diamonds in it. But anyway, hey Lynette. Oh, it's foggy in Alberta. It's rainy. Oh no, it's not rainy here. It was rainy here yesterday. I'm getting my days mixed up. That's what happens when I'm retired. With days go by. Hey, Catherine. All right, so let me switch over to my desktop and we will get started. Now, I think you can do lots with this sketch. So like I said, it's got two diamond shapes in it. Those are just squares, kind of turned on an angle. So you've got a card base that's 5.5 by 8.5 or 4.25 by 11. The blue piece is 4 inches by 5.25. Hey, Dawn, welcome. Clear and chilly. Yeah, I'm at it is. And then you've got two squares. One is, the green one is 2.5 by 2.5, and then the yellowy orange one is 2.25 by 2.25. And then you've got a sentiment piece that's 3/4 of an inch by 2 3/4. And you can make that whatever size you want it to make to fit your sentiment. I might have to make mine a little bit bigger. Hey, Darlene, welcome. Oh, rain, that's unusual for you. Vegas doesn't get a lot of rain, I didn't think. So, all right, so let me show you. I am using this Queen Bee bundle. So I am really loving this, I have to say. This was a stamp set. I think I've said this before. This is a stamp set that was designed by Laura Milliken, who is a demonstrator in the United States. As part of her, she earned, or she sold $1 million. And when you do that, you get to actually design a stamp set. And this is hers. And I think her team is something to do with bees, maybe queen bees. I'm not sure, but this has something to do with her team. But anyway, so it's really cool. I love this bee. Look at the detail on this bee with the flowers on the leaves and on the body. And then I think one of my other favorites is this. I call it a splattered words because it's kind of like the time-worn type embossing folder where you've got words that you can kind of read, but you can't kind of read, and then it's got splatter around it. I love these kind of stamps. Hey, Gian, welcome. January and August, rainy season. Oh, cool. Didn't realize that you got much rain at all. Okay, and then there is great dies with these, of course, just to cut out this bee. You've got this really cool kind of vine. You've got a stamp die to cut this crown out, this little bee, and then you've got some extras like this really cool label die, some wings for your bee if you want some wings, and then some little tiny bees and a little heart, which is really cool. This tiny little heart actually you can cut out and put over top of that heart on the bee. All right, so let's get started. So when I play with this, I seem to always go to black and crushed curry. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know, bumblebees, I think, is where I'm going. So I really need to get out of this kind of groove. But I have got a card base. My card base is actually 4.25 by 11, only because I grabbed it. I had it made already. So you can do it 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25, or you can do it 4.25 by 11, scored at 5.5. So that's my card base. Now I've cut a piece of crushed curry that is 4 inches by 5.25. And I've got this is the Hive embossing folder. Just seems to go so nicely. So if any of you watched any of the presentations or my presentation, we did I don't know how many presentations there were as part of a launch last week through Crafty Collaborations. I shared a couple of cards that I'd made using this one. Hey, Monica. All right, so I'm going to emboss this. And I'm just going to do it off here. Because my machine is over here. So I've got this embossed. I just love this. It's just so pretty. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crushed curry, she says, ink pad and a blending brush, and I'm just going to kind of pick up a little bit of crushed curry, and I'm going to just darken it in spots. Not a lot, but just to add a little bit of kind of color to it. And you may not even be able to see it, but I just kind of don't want it quite so, I don't know, is stark the right word? Maybe. I'm just kind of adding some so that's got a little bit of depth of color to it. And again, that was with crushed curry ink. So that is layer number 1. Okay, so now these 2 pieces I have cut basic black, which will go like that, and then I've got basic white. So those 2 pieces will go on like that. But I'm going to do some stamping on this one. And then I'm going to course stamp the bee. So I am going to, in Smoky Slate, this is the stamp that has got the splattered words. Make sure I've got it going the right way, because you can actually kind of read the words. So I'm going to stamp off at least, I just want it just to be, I'm stamping off twice. I just want some detail behind there, just so it's not quite so plain. Okay, so that's kind of going to be my layout, like the sketch. Not going too far off with this. Okay, so we'll do that. Oh, what happened to my hand? I broke my wrist, Dawn. About 16th of December. It's 4 weeks on Friday. So yeah, it's not casted. It's in a hard splint. So I'm doing better. It's still not 100%, but it's better than it was. It's never been really painful, so that's a good thing. There we go. So I've stamped my bee in this tuxedo black memento. And now I'm going to take, and let me bring in my new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So this is the new, if I can do it, boho blue. So isn't that a pretty color? This is the new in color. That's one of the new in colors that's coming out with the annual catalog. But you can get your hands on that as part of, I'm sorry, just trying to find there we are. There's platform number 1. You can get one of these if you sign up as a demonstrator or join my team. This is one of the options you can get. This one, I'm not sure why I've decided to do this upside down. Let's just make it hard. One of the options is this one, or you can get the white one if you're not really crazy about the blue, or you can get an option where you don't get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So yeah, it's just so pretty. All right. And it's very handy for kind of small things. Okay, so I have got my bee. It's just so pretty. I'm going to do some coloring. And there is, I'm not going to use a Stampin' Blend because there is no Stampin' Blend that is crushed curry, but there is a Stampin' Blend, or just a regular marker that is in crushed curry. So I'm just going to color the heart and then the flowers. I'm not going to do all the detail on this. but I'm just kind of going to do the flowers on these. If you don't have the marker in Crushed Curry, you can use the daffodil, the dark Daffodil Delight in the Stampin' Blend works well too. It's dark enough. It almost looks like Crushed Curry. All right. I might change my mind and do all the flowers on here. Thanks, Dawn. Oh, I appreciate that. Okay, so let's take, now I did grab some of this. I love this ribbon. I'm down to the, I have to order some more of it, so not sure what I'm going to be able to do with this, but I might have enough to do a faux bow. Actually, I think I do. Okay, I think I do. All right, let's cut that. So I'm going to wrap this around, and when I've said this before, when I do ribbon or have ribbon on my card base, typically I will use liquid glue, I guess. So it's a kind of a toss up. Usually when I have an embossed piece of cardstock, hey Betty, I use liquid glue, but when I've got ribbon, I like to use Stampin' Seal because I find that the Stampin' Seal kind of holds the ribbon in place. So we'll use Stampin' Seal on this one. It's there we go. Oopsie. Trying to get it straight here. There we go. Okay, there we go. We'll do a full bowl. Okay, now let's put these. We will use liquid glue on these. So I think you could do some other things with this this layout. You could use designer series paper for the diamond shapes. You could use embossed cardstock for the diamond shapes too. There we go. Trying to get that kind of even. That. Then we'll put the bee. Now there are, I've got some extra paper here. So there is these really cool, I'll bring the dies in, this hive, little tiny hive, or not hive, what is that called? Honeycomb. I think that's called a honeycomb. So I'm going to cut, let me bring my machine back in for a minute. I'm going to cut a couple of these, or maybe 3, and we'll add those in just in behind, just to give it some extra texture. Oh, I'm not sure why you didn't get the notice, Betty. Ouch. Actually, that's weird. Facebook, sometimes I get a notice. I can hear it kind of bing on my computer. I'm not sure I heard that, but I may not have been paying attention. Hopefully the notice went out. Oh, this is where I struggle a little bit with my hand. And if I was really smart, I would have used the adhesive sheets behind this, because it's going to be a real pain to actually glue. It's pretty thin, but we'll try and get just a little bit of liquid glue in behind it. Adhesive sheets work so much better. 2, maybe 3, one more. Actually, this would be, you could do a whole bunch of these and then save the little bits and do a shaker card. I'm not going to do that, but you could, because I have all little tiny bits here that are perfect for a shaker card now. All right, one more. There we go. Okay, so let's see. That's kind of how I was thinking this was going to go. So maybe we'll just kind of do some kind of like that, maybe. Okay. Get my silicone mat because I know the glue is going to make a mess. So we're just going to try and get just a little bit of, or enough glue to hold these in place, kind of like that. I'm not gluing the whole thing. I'm just kind of gluing the little bit in the middle. So Queen Bee is what we are using for Your Creativity Awaits for the month of February. So if you participate in that, this is what the kit will include. So you get the Queen Bee stamp set. You can add on the dies or purchase them yourself if you're a demonstrator. And you get 4 cards, but you get 8 cards, 2 of 4 designs. 2 are fancy folds, 2 are regular folds. So registration for Your Creativity Awaits closes on, I think, the 12th of February. There we go. So like that. Okay, and then we'll just tie a faux bow. I've discovered tying bows is a little harder than it used to be. This one is just a single knot. Don't have enough ribbon. I have to put this on my list for my next order. I love this black and white gingham ribbon. There we go. Okay, and now we need a sentiment. So I did cut a piece that I said, what did I say? 3/4 of an inch by 2.5 or 2 3/4, which is what that is. I have got the happy birthday out. I don't know that this is going to fit. Let's just stamp happy birthday on my grid paper and see if it'll fit. No, it won't. Okay, so as I always say, just make your sentiment fit, or your paper fit your sentiment. So I'm just going to kind of stamp it down here at the bottom. Thanks, Darlene. Let's try that again. I got a bit of a halo on there. If you're watching on Facebook and feel like sharing this video out after we've finished, that's always great too. Okay, so let's just fussy cut this out. I may cut these apart just because I haven't got them very even here. Okay. So I know not everybody likes to fussy cut their sentiments, so the die works really well. You can use a punch if you have a punch, or just cut a piece of cardstock that actually fits it, which I didn't do. So there we go. Okay, so we'll just, I'm going to use mini dimensionals. If I can find some. Here we are. I think that's some. Thanks. Thanks, Diana. Nice to see you. Missed you last night on the class. All right. So let's put the birthday on first, get it lined up, and then we can. Let's trim this excess off. There we go. So we will just put that like that. the happy going the right way. There we go. Happy birthday. Okay, now I pulled out, these are they're called say that. I'm not sure what, enamel dot essentials. My brain was having a problem with that. Okay, so they come in white, crumb cake, and black. I think it's black. It's making me look like it's Night of Navy, but you know what? I think it's actually Night of Navy. I'll use it on a black card today, but now I look at it, I think it's Night of Navy. So I think I'll use the black or the white ones on this card. So we will just take and put 3 of them. They are 2 different sizes. You actually have 2 rows of the medium size one, which is kind of nice. All right, yeah, I'm really thinking those are Night of Navy. I'm going to have to look on the package. Where's my catalog? I'm not sure why what page are they on? They are on page 37. Yes, they are Night of Navy. Huh. Well, it looked blacker in the light I was working in than this afternoon, so hopefully they don't look too bad on that other card, but they were definitely showing up as navy on this one. All right, let's stamp on the inside of the card. Hey, Vicki, welcome. Yeah, this bumblebee is so cute. I just love the flowers. What am I trying to say? All right, so I want these words to be fairly straight. So I'm just going to put the words there. And then there is this little bee that I'm going to stamp. Oh, I didn't want it in yellow. Oops. Okay. I wanted it in tuxedo black. So let's just bring in my scrub and clean that off. Oh, hello. Zana. Is that how you say your name? Zana? Zana? Sorry if I've got it wrong. Welcome. Okay, clean that off and do it in tuxedo black. Now I always have to stamp this one because I never know. I never know which way to do it. Okay, I think I'll put him like kind of like that. Anyway, he also has a little flower, if you can see. So maybe we'll color that little flower. There we go. All right, and my liquid glue. Anna with a Z. Zana. Okay, thank you. Welcome. And Vicky's coming in from the future. From Australia. All right, so there we go from the inside of the card. So pretty close to the sketch. I kind of maybe strayed a little bit when I got to the sentiment, but other than that, I kind of stayed pretty true to this. Set reminds you of the 70s. Maybe it's my colors in the yellow and black. I don't know. There's been a few bee ones that we've had in the past, and I'm always really drawn to them for some reason. I don't like bees, and I'm actually allergic to wasps, but anyway, I always love the bee ones, and it goes so nicely with that Hive embossing folder. So lots of ways to use that. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me tonight. I will be back live on Thursday night at 6:30 Pacific, and it's a mystery challenge. So stay tuned. I post the clues. I think it's going to be a color challenge this week. So, maybe, yes, you're right, Marilyn. It is kind of like the 70s from the flowers. Yes, those flowers are kind of like the ones that were Flower Power. It was a show called Flower Power or something like that. Yeah, so Thursday night at 6:30, the mystery challenge. I think it will be a color challenge, and I will post the colors around 9:15 or so on Thursday morning for you. So hopefully you'll join me, make a card, share a card. I'd love to see what you're making. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done that already, so you do get notified, and hopefully the notifications are working. And again, if you're coming in through Facebook and feel like sharing this video, I would love for you to do that. Yes, the registration is open for Your Creativity Awaits. Betty, I just posted it. I think it was in a newsletter I just sent out. I will, it's the same link as it has been. And if not, I'll share it out on my Facebook group and page, but I was pretty sure it was in the newsletter that I sent out today. So, all right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.